Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live with your girl, MzMetchi. Brought to you by Philly 101.5 and Indie 95.3 and Fluent Radio. Shout out to our partners, Be Your Own Kind and MzWTT, honey. And thank you to our amazing sponsors, Tax Strategy, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and last but not least, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Okay, tune in every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in Philly. All right, y'all, it's showtime. Let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in, and right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi. All right, hey man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi, and I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Ah! Oh, Fabo!
So good, I'm gonna come down. Girl, I'm missing your love.
Grab your drink. It's gonna get real sexy tonight. Let's go.
I'm missing all those kisses.
Come in and vibe with me.
Baby, bring those lips to me.
If you hit a song, you already know what it is. Okay.
I'm missing all those kisses.
Come on now.
Baby, bring those lips
Y'all know I can. We got the lips. It's lit tonight. Sean Wyte, y'all. The Kisses album is out right now. We gonna vibe for a second. Y'all come on in. Grab your cocktail. I need to be on the beach somewhere. It's giving summertime. Hey. Where my steppers at? Come on now.
If I be feeling real good love, ooh, that kiss is a drug to me, baby. Your kiss
Let it ride.
all I need. Come on, ooh, it feels so good.
It's a vibe, y'all. Now look, y'all know that song is no stranger over here at the Blueprint Live. Welcome back. Okay, happy Thursday to everyone that is tuning in. That was my special guest for tonight, Mr. Sean Wyte, okay? Longtime friend of the show, y'all. Look, I cannot wait for him to come on and talk about tonight's project. Just everything that he's got going on. He has been doing phenomenal and doing his thing out here since we last had him on the show. So if you were wondering what's on the playlist, what was our opener for tonight, that was the one and only Kisses by Sean Wyte, okay? If it's not on your playlist, what are you doing? Where are you living? Are you on a UFO? What's going on? Okay. You need this on your playlist. Now, I have to shout out to all of my listeners that are tuning in with me from Chicago, Jersey, Philly, and Houston. I had a chance to go and touch down this weekend in Houston, and y'all, it's lit. It's lit out there, just like how it is in Chicago and all the other major cities. So everyone that's tuning in, all of my listeners, thank you so much. I don't care if you're tuning in with me live on Facebook and YouTube, if you tune in afterwards and we're on Spotify, iHeart, wherever. I appreciate everyone that tunes in, okay? And look, if you want to advertise with me, you all already know what to do. You got to reach out to me. Visit thebpmediaco.com. I would love to promote what you have going on, okay? And last but not least, thank you so much to our radio partners, Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media, okay? You can hear the Blueprint live on all of those stations. So shout out to them. And of course, my amazing sponsors, Black Dollar Days, okay? Fiya Infusions and Paris Ice Bar. After tonight's show, if you are following us, because you should be following on the Blueprint Media Company's page. Okay, everything will be hyperlinked. So all of my sponsors, any partners for the show, you all will be able to click right on their page and get in tune with what they've got going on. Okay, and shout out to Be Your Own Kind and Miss Z with the T, baby. We got some stuff coming up from them. Now, tonight's topic, I'm gonna talk about it. Mean girls and boys as adults. Okay, I've got a story for you. You all know every topic, it comes from story time. So we're going to talk about it. Before I bring on my special guest, let me see who is over here in the comments. Hey, Kyra, thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm about to bring Sean on in just a second because I already know why you're here. Okay. Hey, Lisa. Sending all the hearts. Y'all know that's my heart right there. Definitely. Kyra said, love you, fam. Let me go ahead and bring Sean on. I have been really excited to bring Sean back to the show. Definitely been, that's a friend of mine, but that is literally, I'm a fan. I am a fan of the music. So I'm so excited to bring him on tonight. Y'all make sure y'all drop y'all businesses in the comments. Let me put that prompt up. So while we're talking, drop it. I want to connect with you. I'm pretty sure Sean wants to connect with you too. Okay. So without further ado, let me bring on my special guest, Sean Wyte. Sean, you ready to go? Cool. Hey.
Hey, I'm just trying to make sure the lighting is right. You good?
You good. What's going on? How are you feeling? You got a new project out. Kisses.
Yeah.
Kisses album is out. How you feeling?
I'm ready. I'm ready now. I see it now. Yes, I do. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me again. You always been there for me. Thank you so much, girl. You looking beautiful as always as well.
Thank you. Look, I was just telling them before I brought you on, I'm like, outside of just, our industry, especially here in our area, is really small. So we see each other all the time. And
Yeah.
I've ever since I've started hearing your music, I've instantly been in tune. So I'm a fan and a friend, this project, I was listening to it. I'm like, Sean did his big one.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And it feels good to know that people appreciate the work that you put in because I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I've been doing this for a while. So you know what I mean. And for people to actually say, "Yo, we feeling this album and we feeling this song," for people like Slick J Adams, which I listened to before I really got big into the game, to say, "Yo, let me jump on that, man," to actually want to be a part of what I've created. Man, it's just it humbles you and it keeps you going. So
Absolutely. Now, the last time that you were on the show, Sean, we were in the midst of the pandemic. Everything kind of kicked off after our last time of you being on the show. Besides, kind of talk to me about what was going on with you leading up to the Kisses album, because it's been about maybe 2 years now.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was in the process. We was in the process of getting ready to go on tour and do all type of things. So when that pandemic happened, it messed up a lot of things. We was actually going to release some other music. The Kisses album was something that came after the pandemic. I was going to release something else previous to that, but I was like, you know what? I'm to put everything to the side since everything is closed down. Once everything opens up, we're going to start back and we're going to get it going. So, the Kisses song, was out for a while, but all of the other songs are relatively new that was added to the album. So, yeah.
So look, whenever because when you came on the show last time, I made you pick a favorite. So I think let's roll it back because I want to share with you a couple of my favorite songs from the Kisses album, but I want to know for you which one is like the standout song for you on.
I got two of them, but if I had pick between the two, it would be "Love Don't Wait." "Love Don't Wait" is like the favorite for me of the album.
Okay.
Yeah. The second one would be Kisses remix with Slick. That would be those. So those would be the two. Now, what are your favorites?
Okay, look, hold on. Let me just pull up the whole playlist because I have it right here. Okay, so first off, I really enjoyed, Sean, your introductions and your outros. I told you I've been a fan, so we gonna go there tonight. Yeah. So they've always been on point, and it puts me in the mindset of like that R&B that we used to listen to, like not so much as the 80s, but like between that and now.
Mhm.
And so definitely like your intros and outros are amazing. Something different is the song When You Feeling Spicy.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
That's the one. But I did
You know, I gotta have that. I gotta have the spicy shit. I gotta have it on the album. You did.
and it was spicy. I was like this. I was like, I think I'm blushing in the car. I'm like, oh my God. So that I think it's that one. And then definitely I really liked All I Need and I Love You Too. I felt like those were really two beautiful songs that were
Okay.
on this album.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
would say that I tried to, you know, to be transparent. I tried to touch every subject that I possibly could, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With, you know, my experiences in my life. You know what I mean? I'm cut from that R&B cloth. You know what I'm saying? I'm cut for that 90s R&B cloth. In my opinion, I think 90s R&B is late 80s, early 90s R&B and up into 2000s are the best music as far as like R&B, in my
Absolutely.
opinion. So, you know.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I listen to a lot of it. And then of course, you know, I got you on the playlist too.
Thank
For
you.
sure.
You always show me love, girl. Always.
Yeah, you look, when I tell people that I support the artists and especially the artists that's from, you know, from my area. Yeah, we got to rep each other hard. Like that is how you see mainstream artists get to where they are. Like we have to support all the artists no
No
matter
cap.
where
No
they're
cap. I
at,
feel
you
you.
know.
100.
Yeah. And you know, so for you, I was so excited to see you've been popping up, Sean, at
Yeah.
some amazing places. I mean, you've been singing the national anthem and a few different things. And you know, I even saw when you opened up for Kiki Wyatt.
You said, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Actually,
So
I did a couple shows with Kiki. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can
Yeah,
hear
I
you.
did a couple shows. I did one with her, maybe, uh, and I think it was 2018. Maybe I did one with her, and I did one
Okay.
again with her in Atlanta. So this past,
Okay.
April. So yeah, and she's a down to earth girl as well. I mean, I've always been a fan of her music, but to actually sit down and talk with her, you know, she down to earth, man. She not full of herself. So you know, this love. So I love that.
So was it great for you to really get back on the road after, you know, we all kind of had that time where we all had to sit down somewhere? Was it good getting back out there?
Definitely that. It felt like because you know I'm some calls when I'm trying to talk with
That's
you on.
okay. That's okay.
Uh,
Look, we know you busy.
yeah. So I mean, it was a nightmare because you know your whole music industry revolves around you being able to go this place, go that place, go to this club, go to that. So for you not to be able to do it, it's like, yo, you cutting off my bread. You cutting off where I'm getting my money at. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It's like,
right.
you know, it's terrible. So for us to be back at it is like a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? So, you know, all of our artists and entertainment can do what they love. So, you know.
Now, you know, I've seen you perform I would say several times now over the last several years,
Yeah.
and you always put on such a great show,
Thank
right?
you. Thank you.
And I want to know if for someone that hasn't attended your show, what can you explain as the experience when they come out to hear you perform?
Well, the energy that I want to give is authentic R&B. I mean, it's a love energy. It's like an energy of, you know, you don't want no hostility. You know what I'm saying? You want to just, you know, be with your girl, be able to get up and dance with her, kiss her, you know, buy some roses at the show. But you know, it's
Yeah,
all about love and it's all about happiness at my shows. Because you know what I'm saying? I represent that good music. You know what I'm saying?
that's
I
right.
mean, that's what it's about. Good music. Music is so powerful that it could put a feeling in your head. You was thinking one way, you listen to some music, it'll put you
Yeah,
in a whole nother level. So, you know, music is very powerful. So when you
it
come to my
is.
shows, when you're gonna leave that, you're gonna want to go home with your man or your woman and y'all gonna want to make love. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. So, you know,
Absolutely. Look, we're making love in 2023.
that's
Okay,
right. That's
that's
right.
what we're doing
That's right.
now. I want to know from your perspective because, like I said, with this album and your past albums, you definitely give us that true R&B. What do you feel about the current state of R&B in 2023?
Well, you know, I can't knock what the guys are doing. I mean, I would put like this: they making things that's for their generation. You know what I'm saying? If they came up in my generation, they probably would make different type of music. I
Yeah,
love all of the music, but you know what I can relate to the music as well. But is it different? Yes, it's a lot different than the R&B that I'm accustomed to listening to. But you know,
okay,
I can't knock the guys up. They doing their thing. They're making money, and they making people feel good. So that's what it's about. You know.
all right.
Yeah.
A lot. Look, great answer. Look, that I would say that too, because you know what, you're right. It is very generational, right? We
Mhm.
can't, you'll get some artists that just like, oh, I'm not, feeling that type of thing, or the mumble rap. I hear a lot of that amongst artists. But yeah, I
You can
really think
also learn a lot from the new generation by listening to their music as well. So
absolutely.
you listen to a younger, a 19, 20-year-old, and you listen to their music and what they talk about, you can learn a lot that where their head is at and where where their mindset is at, and all that type of stuff. So it's good to be able to listen to not just R&B, not just hip hop, but all genres of music. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
that's the way it should be. So
Now I want to ask, from when you released your first project versus to where we are now with the Kisses album being out, how do
mhm.
you feel that you've evolved as an artist?
Well, I evolved the most when it comes to business. I mean, that was the most important, being able to having a, make sure your paperwork, your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Make
right.
sure that's right. But as far as coming along, I've learned a lot of different. I got more relaxed on the stage as well. I mean, you learn as you go. A lot of this stuff is learn as you go. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
the main thing that I got out of it, and I would ask any artist that's coming out, is to make sure your business is on point. So you know what I mean?
That's right.
Basically, so
You know what? I had to learn that too. And you're right about the like kind of learning as you go. You don't know about certain things within any industry until you kind of bump into it.
yeah, facts.
Definitely. Definitely. Well, I want to know because we were talking a little bit before I brought you on. You
Hmm.
got a few things that's coming up that you want the people to know.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
want to
actually, I
use
got
this
something
moment.
coming up on the 18th. With the I got to read from my, Lisa sent me some notes I got to read. So
Hey,
from the
Lisa.
national, I'm going to be singing the national anthem of the NFL Retired Players Association. I do that every year. So it's going to be on the 18th. All of the retired NFL players, man, they always show me love. I think this may be my fourth year doing it.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
yeah,
You just
I got
started
to.
a tradition, Sean.
Oh, hey, it is what it is. For them to actually accept the brother, you know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
right.
humbled by that.
Yeah,
We got some tours coming up, but it's not inked yet, so we can't really say. We don't want to bring it out until it's actually inked.
that's
But
fine.
it's a lot of stuff going on. So
Well, look, I'm gonna be in the show in the Chicago or the surrounding areas.
I
So
already know. I know you're gonna be one of the first there. I mean, I know that for a fact.
for sure, for sure. Okay, so we got that going on. Okay,
Hmm.
where else can they catch you this summer?
Well, I mean, right now we let me see. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me
is it
finish
so?
it.
Is that and then the tour? Okay, okay,
Yeah,
that's
we the tour. The tour is the
okay.
main thing because the new album just came out. So whether
Yeah.
it's doing radio interviews, I got something coming up with I'll be on AC Green on 106.3. I think it's Sunday, this Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I got a couple of we want to push the new album now, so we're going to be on all different radio shows and stuff like that. And I'm really really hopeful for this one particular tour. Is going to be awesome. It's with one of the greats that I listened to growing up. So I'm
Yeah.
not going to say anything. That once it's signed, then y'all will be the first to know. So
I know. Look, I you know what? I love it because Sean, one thing he gonna do, I can get the exclusive, okay? And then
oh yeah,
I'm gonna let the
facts,
people know.
facts.
I'm gonna let them know. Now, look, if you can give any advice, Sean, now because it's like like you said, you are a veteran as far as with this. If you can give a piece of advice to anyone that's aspiring to jump into the music game, what would be your piece of advice you would share with them?
Besides the business side, just stick to you. Stick to what comes good to you. Don't I mean you got too many artists trying to be everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You got 7 or 8 artists sounding the same. Why not just be yourself? Well,
That's
this should be a way where you can come and you can sound like yourself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna have certain influences, and you may hear it in the music, but most of all, you should bring something new to the game and try to be yourself with it. You know what I mean? So be
absolutely
original, and make sure your paperwork is right. That's it.
okay.
Yeah.
Sean dropping gems on y'all. Okay, they need to be taking notes.
Hey, I'm still learning as I go, but as I learn and as I see as a music connoisseur myself, I don't want to hear the same thing over and over. I want to hear new stuff and different stuff. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah, this I mean, you know what? I've listened to all of your projects and I mean, and they're all solid. I think that you've been able to make music for us that kind of moves with the times.
Yeah.
So I'm appreciating this album and where I'm at right now,
Thank you so much, and I appreciate that you appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
5 years ago, I was praying to be able to sit down and talk with someone like you about
Yeah.
my work that I do. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I take it as a blessing, and I just keep pushing and keep moving forward. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Sean, I thank you for taking some time out of your much busy schedule, okay, to come and chat with me about your new project. I've just, like I said, a fan for sure. I love, I'm loving this project. Definitely got my faves, and you're gonna be added onto the Blueprint Live playlist. So,
Hey, I appreciate that. Every ear that hears it get a chance to, what I'm saying, know who I am, and then it gets me a chance to do more and more. So thank you so much, and I appreciate you, girl. Anything you got coming up, just call me. Just call me one time, and I'm there, baby.
we already working that out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm definitely for sure. I tell everybody, I'm like, my day ones, my next project that I am working on, I have something that is going to really, it's going to knock the socks off of the game, and you are definitely a part of it. So
Appreciate that. Thank you.
for real. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right, beautiful. See you
All
later.
right. Bye. Y'all, make sure that you go and you get the Kisses album, okay? You can literally on any platform, okay? I don't care where you listen, wherever you're listening, okay? You can go ahead and get the Kisses album. Like I said, I have my favorites from the album. I mean, it's the something different, y'all, okay? Side note, let's get our wine real quick. The song is sexy, y'all. It's real sexy. You all need to get in tune with it right away. Let me get over here in these comments. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. Kyra, I'm good, girl. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. I love it. Hey, we got the Full Circle TV show. Okay, come on now. Hey. She said, I love the album. I want to bring you all's comments back up. What's up, Auntie Tracy? She said, hello, gorgeous. Hey. What's up, David? We got you tuning in from Cedar Hill, Texas. I was just out in Texas. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yes, sir. Kyra said, I love the album. I know, right? Yes. That song was, I mean, first off, the whole album was everything, but though, I have my favorites now. I have my favorites. I'm so thankful that you all tuned in. And again, if you're just now joining us, that's okay. David, I was out in Houston. I talked about it on the show last week. I want to leave the information up for Sean while I take a really quick break. So just in case if you missed the interview that opened up the show tonight, I want you all to stream his album Kisses. Like, y'all, we gotta turn it up. If you are listening right now, I need you to turn it up. I need you to get it. I personally, y'all know I'm on Spotify. Okay. That's what the Blueprint Live playlist is. So I'm going to put a couple of those songs up, but you all need to go and listen to the entire album. That's all I'm saying. So I'll leave that information up so that you can go ahead and take a look, but I got to take a quick break. Be right back.
Introducing the Roach Motel Ashtray, the greatest ashtray in the world. It's the ashtray of every smoker's dream. And the reason why is because it has a storage compartment with a lid on it, so you can keep all of your stuff away from the ashes. It's luxurious. It'll change your life. That's right, the Roach Motel Ashtray. And you can get it at www.roachmotelstore.com. Log on now and get yours today.
The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Now, like I was telling y'all earlier, if you missed my interview with the Sean Wyte, I need you to go back and listen after we wrap up, okay? Because why did you miss it? But I'm going to leave the information up so that you all can go and get that album, okay? The Kisses album is out right now. Before I jump into my Hate It and Love It, let me jump back into these comments real quick. Kyra said, of course, I know you're doing it, girl. Thank you so much for supporting Black people. Oh, no, girl, look, it is my, whoo, God wanted me to do this. This is God that's helping me do this. Okay, network. Yes, whatever y'all need, tag it in the comments. If I have not followed you yet, I literally go back through the comments after the show and make it a point to connect with everybody who I haven't gotten the opportunity to connect with. So yes, let's make sure we definitely do that. If y'all got a YouTube, whatever you want me to subscribe to, let me know. Okay. Now, to kick off tonight's Hate It and Love It, you all know I was telling you last week that I had an opportunity to go out to Houston over the weekend to celebrate my girl Chanel's birthday. Shout out to Chanel. It was her 33rd birthday. We were out there having a good time. That is, it's a double love it because I was able to go and I had a great time with all the ladies. There was about 8 of us and we had an amazing time. The food, the drinks, the music, the vibe, it was everything. Okay, so that's one. But in my memories on Facebook, there was a memory that popped up where my show got syndicated out in Houston. You all know I've got people that listen to me out in Texas. Thank you all. I had not been to that part of Texas before. I had gone to Dallas and that was the only time, but I didn't get a chance to go to Houston. So the fact that my show made it out there before I did, I'm like, that is God. Okay. That is nothing but God. So that is definitely the love it. I wanted to kick it off. So shout out to my girl Chanel. Shout out to all the ladies that were there with Chanel that were celebrating. We had an amazing time. Okay. So that's it. But okay, I have a love it. I mean, I have a hated it that comes from that though. So there was one night that we went to the club called Spaces, and there was actually a couple little places that we went to. One of the places, I'm going to drop the name, y'all, I pulled up, and for all my Illinois folks, it was given Adriana's. And I said that to the girls that were with us. I was like, it's given Adriana's. Where are all my people that know what Adriana's? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So we quickly pulled away from there. We went to a place that was a little bit more within our age range. Okay. But we went to Spaces and the vibe was going. It was really nice. It was cute in there. It was just giving real, like y'all remember the club in Belly or whatever. Like it was giving one of those, but like a little upscale. I'm like, okay, I like it. So we wanted to get a section. And by this time, by the time that we showed up, they only had a few tables left. And the last one was, they said you had to purchase 4 bottles at $300 a piece. I'm like, well, we can give you like maybe the cash for like 2 to 3. Are you guys okay with 2 to 3? If there's 8 of us, we'll order some other stuff too. Yeah, they weren't going for that. Bottle service at the club sucks because why am I going to pay $300? $300 for a bottle that I can go and get for under $65. And then that does not even include taxes and gratuity. So it would have been $1,200 plus taxes and gratuity. Yeah, I'm not about to spend that at a club. I would never go and spend more than my mortgage at a club. It's too much. Let's see. David said H-Town is great. I was out there for my sister and brother-in-law birthday, and their birthday party was lit out there. Where did they go? Drop the place. Well, I have to put that back on my list. Go ahead and drop that for me. Drop that for me, David. Yeah, no, I enjoy Houston overall. Like I said, every place that I went to, it was a good time. Definitely love it's all around. But the bottle service, I don't care if it was in Houston, Chicago, Tampa, wherever. Bottle service, they do a little bit too much. Like I like the clubs that's like this. Hey, you could pay $150 for this bottle, and they be nice little clubs. Like y'all know I'm in my 30s, baby. I can't be doing all that. And then one thing, auntie is not gonna stand. Speaking of aunties, there was a song that my aunt sent me. And I want to play a little snippet of it for you all because it's called Aunties Auntie Outside Tonight. And I was just getting my whole life from this song, and I really want to share it with y'all. Hold on, let me see if I can just pull up the chorus. This is my other Lavish, y'all. She just played her wig.
She don't play games, so you know why she coming. She got a nose in the air. Let Auntie come do.
Auntie Outside. Auntie Outside, okay? I feel like that's the summer anthem for me. Auntie Outside Tonight. He said, you better have it wrapped up because she want to be home by 2. I was like this. My auntie sent it to me. My auntie Frida sent it to me. And y'all, I listened to the song. I was like, that's the love it for this week. That is the love it this week. That's the love it. Auntie Outside Tonight. We finally got an auntie out, like an anthem, you know? We got an auntie anthem. Now, let me swing the conversation just a little bit. And we ain't going to go down, but I want to have a real conversation with y'all. I know y'all like, what is she about to say? So I was having a conversation with my one of my close friends today, and we got on the subject of infertility. Ooh, I know you say that word, it's like a taboo word, right? But, you know, you all know I've been very transparent as far as sharing different things with you all on the show about just my walk with the things that I've been through. And, you know, we're going to talk about it because I'm going to find some type of way to be like an advocate and like help other people, other women that look like me, that have endometriosis, that have all of these different things that's going on. And, you know, her and I were talking about how sometimes people can be insensitive to things that they are not personally experiencing, and how we have to provide safe spaces for our loved ones, our friends, our family, our coworkers, whomever, when they're going through different struggles that maybe everyone doesn't understand, such as infertility, such as having different illnesses and things of that sort. And this particular one is a little bit of a hate it and love it for me personally, because, you know, it's hard sometimes when you're going through things and you're trying to express yourself because maybe you don't have like all of those safe spaces. And I was so thankful today that I was able to talk to my friend and actually be real with her in that moment. Like, hey, you know what? This stung today in relation to talking about, you know, my own things that I'm dealing with as far as with trying to, you know, family expand. And it can be an uncomfortable conversation, but I think that it's really important. The love it that comes from it all is that when you have those safe spaces where you can truly express yourself and you can truly talk about your experience without being judged, without being criticized, without being ridiculed in any type of way, or, you know, disciplined, whatever it is that may come when you share the things that are most vulnerable to you, there's power in that. So, you know, the hated it is, of course, that I'm going through it. But my friend said something to me. She said, what you're going through, your story is going to end up being someone else's like help guide, it'll help them. And sometimes when you're going through a storm or you don't really understand why you're in the midst of whatever you're in, it can be a lot. It can be troubling. You know, it can. And, you know, I can talk about it now without like the tears, but I had the tears earlier, you know, and we have to have that transparency. You know, my friend, she told me today, she said, you know, she's like, sometimes it just seems like that you just have it together or you do whatever. And I'm like, we're all fighting with different things and having silent, spoken and unspoken battles, right? But for me, I'm going to continue to keep shedding light on some of those things, because there's somebody that's going through that too, and they may not have such an outward approach. But if I'm going to have my platform, I want to, I talk about the things that are personal to me, not just with the celebrities and with my guests, but also things that's going on here too. So shout out to my friend. Shout out to anyone that is out there that, like, you're getting those probing questions. When are you going to have kids? When are you going to do that? And you have a story that if they only knew, okay, 9 times out of 10, they wouldn't ask you that. And they would recognize how incredibly rude it is. But shout out to anyone that is going through a spoken or unspoken fight. Okay. That's the love it this week. I love y'all. I want to get into David's comment. What you done typed over here for me? He said, I'm so glad you had a good time out there because Houston is wonderful. Their birthday party was actually held at their own nightclub called Poor Behavior. Ooh, and that place was off the chain. Everyone showed up and showed out there. My wife is going to send me the link so I can send it to you if you ever want to do business with them. Ooh, send it my way. Swing my way. So those are the hated and lovers for this week. Let me know how you all are feeling. Like, what's been going on with y'all this week? Drop it in the comments. I'm going to take a quick break. And when I come back, y'all, tonight's What Would You Do? This guy needs our help. And it's a little bit of this was a little lengthy. I must say myself. But he needs our help. So we got to help him out. I'm going to take a quick break. When I come right back, we got tonight's What Would You Do? Be right back.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
And now, introducing one of the newest BossFluent creations, Lady. Lady is a women's fragrance that will leave men mesmerized and have you feeling beyond amazing. Its sweet and soft aroma will bring out your inner divine feminine and keep him wanting more, over and over again. Lady, a BossFluent product coming soon. Make sure you check out our fragrances and much more online at www.bossfluentent.com. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. I want to thank everyone that is tuning in with us on Facebook and YouTube, as well as Fluent Radio, Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. Okay. Tonight's What Would You Do? Ooh, baby. It is, this guy's got a situation here. Let me take my sip. I need that. Okay. Whew. And make sure y'all dropping y'all businesses in the comments. I see business owners, but I do not see businesses being dropped in the comments. Drop it in the comments. So tonight's What Would You Do? I've been dating a girl and my friend is getting in the way. I feel betrayed. I think my friend likes the same girl I've been seeing. So I've been seeing her, let's see, oh my goodness, for about 6 months. Nothing is official, but we hang out, go on dates, stay over, and have been intimate. The girl's from work. I'm 30 and she is 28. However, my friend who works on the same team has always been friendly with her. He's 22, and with all due respect, he is not good looking. Only work friends. They've never spoke outside of work prior. Since we've been hooking up, she's been speaking to him about me and obviously asking him for advice, etc., seeing as though he knows me quite well from work. However, recently he has been seeing her outside of work, going for walks and such to speak. He keeps saying he needs to speak to her about his issues too. He constantly texts her, and when we're out together, texts that he misses her and he loves her in a joking way, but I'm starting to think that there's more to it now. He keeps dragging her away from work to speak to her. I don't want to say anything as she's free to do as she wishes because we're not a couple, but it's starting to get me down as it's so obvious. He doesn't contact me anymore since he started to go for walks with her. She did say to me that she thinks maybe he might like her, but doesn't know what to say because she doesn't like him in that way. I didn't really carry the conversation on as I don't want to come across as that guy. I'm not concerned at all anything will happen between them. That isn't my issue. However, it's bothering me that it's affecting my time with her. I don't know what he could be saying too, and I feel kind of betrayed by him in a sense. I want to confront him, but I'm pretty sure he won't admit that he likes her. Then I feel he may go back and say I'm trying to stop them from being friends. How do I go about this? Do I just cut ties and keep it professional and work? Do I confront him or do I speak to her? What would you do? Yikes. Oh, this situation is a little bit rough. So he's dating a girl from work. The girl from work and his friend had never spoken outside of work like that, but then all of a sudden they are talking to one another. And he wants to know, should he confront the situation? So this is the thing. You know, I always talk about on the show keeping things in the gray area. Okay. He said that they're not a couple. Nothing is official. They're just kind of willing and dealing. So this is the part where you have to, not enforce, because enforce sounds like such a harsh word, but you have to really talk about some of those boundaries that you may have. Okay. So for those that are just coming in tonight, what would you do? The guy is dating his female coworker. His other friend from work, who is a guy, is now having conversations and speaking with her outside of their arrangement. He's kind of fell back from the friend. Now, this is the thing. Women, y'all, we know when a guy likes us, just like guys know when a woman likes them. It just is what it is. So she's entertaining it because she likes the attention. So you can go about it one of two ways. I feel like if you have a conversation with her or him, it's going to give off insecure. It's going to give off, I don't feel secure. So what would I do if I was a guy? Because I wouldn't do it if I was a girl. Lock it down. Like, look, you my woman or whatever. And I know you're going to have, friends, guy friends, whatnot. But they don't need to be texting and doing all that extra because we together. That's how you do that. So for tonight's what would you do? The advice would be to lock it down, because until you do, she's free to talk to whoever she wants to. Just like you are. Dudes be talking in between girl groups all the time. I know y'all done seen it. You can act like you haven't. You can act like you probably haven't been a part of it at one point. It's the truth. So that's what I would say in this situation. Lock it down. If you go and talk to him, or if you go and talk to him, you can casually bring it up. Like, hey, like you feeling shorty or whatever? Like, that's my little whoop-de-whoop. That sound like a dude. You my little, that's my gal. Put something out there. Just be like, damn, bro, you ain't said nothing to me. What's going on? I mean, I don't know. For me, I'm a little bit more confrontational. So I'd have been like, what y'all talking about? That's my little, yeah. That's my little boo thing. That's my boo. What you got to talk to my boo about? Let's go over here and let's all go and have a conversation, because that's my boo. I mean, people, I feel like, make communication harder than what it needs to be. So for tonight's what would you do? grow some balls. Just say what you have to say. Like, yeah, I'm talking to Shorty, whatever. This, what would you do, is very simple to me. And it's not even so much as a confrontation. Everything doesn't have to be a confrontation for there to be communication. They're not synonymous. You can have a conversation without it being something where things get heated. People get like, defensive. It absolutely doesn't have to be like that. It just doesn't. So yeah, let's pony up. But that's not your girlfriend. It's not your girlfriend. David, hold on. David put up the links for poor behavior in Texas. Hold on. I'm sorry I missed those comments. Like, hold on, let me pull this up. Okay, David said they have to decide at some point whether you want to turn the page, write a new story, or close the book altogether. I turn the page on the next chapter and move on, not even think about that person no more. That's how I will feel. So, David, from your perspective, are you saying to forget about the friend, or are you saying to forget about the young lady that he's seeing? I want to like make sure that I have full context of which one you're talking about. Kim said a word. Oh, hey Kim. Hey sis. Sis, you know the vibes. You know the vibes. Yeah, to me, this what would you do is simple. Like, she's entertaining that guy. She knows that he likes her. She's doing that for one or two reasons. And then he's just so much older, like she's so much younger than her. So I don't think she's really taking it seriously. We have to be secure. Because see, like for me, I'm petty. So if it was like, say if it was another, I mean, oh my goodness. I'm trying to think in my lifetime. Let me go back in my life. Okay. You know what? A real life instance, and Kim knows, and that's why I'm going to keep her a word up here for just a second. So Kim, you remember, we're just going to say French braids. That's what we're going to say. So there was definitely a time, and I've talked about this on the show, so this is not new to my longtime listeners, about, dating a coworker at the time. And, there's a way that you can kind of like politely let somebody know, like, this person is somewhat spoken for. But this particular guy, we'll call him French braids. He was just, he was a whore. So needless to say, it didn't matter if you were staking claim. He's just like, I'm for the streets. He was for the streets before being for the streets became a thing. But there will be newbies and different people that would come on. And, at the time when we were talking, and it was just like, oh yeah, like we're friendly. Wink, wink. Like, girl, we at work. We friendly, whatever. But like I said, he was for the streets. So that was a little bit different. This guy is actually, and this, what would you do? He's trying to be locked down. He wants to be locked in with Shorty. And I just don't think it's working like that. David said, because somebody better will come along. That's how I see it. Can I let people go quick? Okay. I understand. Yes, Kimberly, is Mr. Braid my hair. Mr. I'm finna do my hair braider. Trash. Basura. And David said, if she's not taking it seriously in a relationship and still playing games and not taking a step further, then she's not ready to grow up, and that other person needs to not see them no more. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I would just have like the conversation, like, look, like, are we rocking or whatever the case is? Because like, I'm not really trying to get into no workplace drama. I mean, you could approach it at that angle. Like, I'm on my grown man type of stuff. I'm 30 years old. Y'all, because when I turned 30, that was my thing. I'm like, I'm 30 now. Like, get somebody else to do it. This, what would you do, is simple. It's just communication. I mean, I would say that, hey, like, clearly, if you're feeling some type of way about who she's talking to, you may be wanting something a little bit more than the situationship that you set yourself up with. Now, we know that the probability of a situationship turning into a relationship, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it's successful, sometimes it is not. So you take that chance if you want to, but you're going to have a conversation about your expectations, and either you're going to have to reduce your expectations, or just accept the fact that she's going to talk to, you know, whoever she wants to talk to, if you still want to be involved with her. Or if it's just like, hey, I'm really trying to lock in with you, you know, like, but you know, kind of talking to the other guys on the team or whatever the case is, that's not something that I really rock with. And I'm not trying to stop you from doing what you need to do, but it's something that is not comfortable for me. So, you know, we gonna continue to rock. Then I want us to be locked in. I want us to be in tune. That is personally what I would say if I was in his shoes. Because he's not wrong for having a boundary or for feeling uncomfortable with their interactions. He's not wrong. I don't think he's wrong. But I think that when you look at it as having a conversation like it's a confrontation, you're already going into it with a horrible mindset. And that's on period. Okay. So I want you all to drop your responses in the comments for me. Okay. I have to take a really quick break. And when I come back, I got some updates for y'all. Like, it's been a few things that's been happening in the news that are a little bit alarming that I think that we need to definitely take a look at. So I'll be right back.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
To the Blueprint Live, it's your girl, MzMetchi. Now, I'm just queuing up tonight's what's happening, what's up, because baby, it's been a lot this week. Now, first off, before I logged on tonight, one of my little places, my little favorite places to shop, y'all, they was in the news. And I don't want y'all to talk about MzMetchi because of where she be shopping at from time to time. But they come through in a clutch for your girl at all times. And my girlies that know, even some of my guys, okay, that know, they know, okay. Did y'all see that Shein got hit with the RICO? With the RICO. They got hit with the RICO from stealing other people's ideas for the clothes. Y'all, Shein got hit with the RICO. A RICO charge. What the hell? I need some moonshine for this. Y'all, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, not Shein. Not Shein. And she said, absolutely. Yes. No, look, y'all, I could not believe it. Okay. I couldn't believe it. So I don't know what's going to develop as far as from that story, but I will definitely be keeping you all in tune. I felt real bad. Because I just made a couple purchases from them this week. I'm ashamed. I really am. But I love them so much. Like, y'all be ordering my little gowns from them. If y'all see it, it's probably from them. Like, I ain't made it. I'm still on my rise up. I ain't made it yet where I'm just like this. No, we only do Balenciaga. We only do Fendi and Prada. No, she's not there. She's at Shein, Forman Mills, City Trends. It's about how you wear the clothes, right? I'm going to put on what looks good for me, and my look might be for less. So it's really sad that they are stealing designs from other designers that are out here. That's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And I promise y'all that after these last 2 orders that I just did this week, these last 2 orders, I'm gonna be done with them until justice is served. And as soon as it's served, I have some items in my cart that I would like to purchase. No shade with it, no shade with it. Moving on, okay. Now this story, y'all, okay, y'all know we're gonna go on a little bit of highs and lows today. But tonight's what's happening, what's up. So y'all look, there is a YouTuber right now that he obtained some really, really bad autopsy photos of an 11-year-old boy that was murdered by his stepmother. He shared it onto YouTube and was charging users $3 per photo to view these autopsy photos of this 11-year-old boy that was murdered. Okay. $3 to view them. People are sick out here. Y'all, I could not believe it when I read that story. For one, why are you going and looking for pictures of an autopsy to expose like that? That's step one. And then charging $3 to view it. Now, this story has prompted they're trying to put in some legislation where it will be unlawful for someone to access those type of photos. Like they could essentially be charged as you would for like what is it? Revenge porn and things of that sort. You know, like it would be up there as far as with that level of being unlawful if this legislation is passed. So I certainly hope that that's the case, because I mean, what a horror it must be for those, you know, for the family members that have to look at that. That is insane to me. It is absolutely insane. So that was definitely a story that was really, it kind of threw me off a little bit, and I will definitely, won't be subscribing to that YouTube page. Okay. Now, moving forward, have you all seen the video that was floating around of the 2 young ladies that they were on their way to Las Vegas and they got into like an altercation that ended up landing them? They had to land in Denver and they arrested the 2 young ladies that were going back and forth. I saw the video, and, you know, having just flown out and flown back in this past weekend, why do people go to the airport and choose to act a fool there? I'm like, you couldn't do that at the club, the grocery store, your local fitness center. Why do y'all want to go on a plane and affect all the other people that are on the flight? And then it was Frontier. Questions that need real answers. Okay. Y'all have to stop fighting on these people's airplanes. Even when we were getting ready to fly out last Friday, there was a guy that walked up. First off, he was so far down the hallway and we could hear him literally yelling into his cell phone. And he was talking to his baby mama. Why do I know this? Because he kept reiterating that in the conversation. Baby mama was mad that he was going to Houston for the weekend. He was talking so loud and getting so crazy and belligerent that everybody around just knew he was going to be the problem child on the flight. Okay. And there was another Black guy and there was a Hispanic lady that actually saved his arse because they were not going to let him on the flight. Like the lady that was scanning the tickets, she's like, we're not about to do this. We're not about to do this. No. He was acting a fool on that phone, y'all. I'm talking about literally screaming, like telling her he was going to beat her up, like a full-blown scene, y'all. It was a complete scene. And I'm worried because I'm just like, look, this flight is only 2 hours and 32 minutes. Is this man having an episode? What's going on this flight this morning? Okay. Hey, Auntie, she said everybody can't get flued out. Everybody can't get flued out. No. Some of them need to be on the list to not fly because they do too much. That's the problem. That's the number one issue. But yeah, these two young ladies, they literally had to stop in Denver on their way out. A flight that was only supposed to take a little while. They had to stop in Denver because those ladies was on there acting a fool. And you are seeing more and more of it. These people are getting disrespectful with the staff members. You pay too much on the airplanes. It's too much riding on. It's too many people that's waiting for you on the other side, okay, to get to your destination. For people to be out here playing on these air flights, these flights, planes, the boat. I have seen fights that have almost happened on cruises. Please. Moving on. Okay, so look, you all know that the writers are on strike. Where are my people that watch a little TV? All my people that watch the TV, throw your hands up at me. Probably been noticing that your show's not coming on like that. The writers are on strike, but guess what? There's another strike that's looming. The actor strike. Imagine that. Now the actors don't want to act. All I know is that Hollywood better do what they need to do to make the writers and the actors and actresses happy. Or there will be no fall time television, no winter television for all my TV watching folks. Unless you into reality TV like I am, there will be no scripted shows for you and your people to watch. Okay. And I don't even know if they would do the reality shows because they might stick with the writers and the actors and actresses. So all of these things are looming. You know, it's been so many things. I'm like, is this a distraction from something bigger? I'm just talking. Moving on. So something that was really unfortunate. This one hit me as a homeowner. Let me take a sip. Farmers Insurance is pulling their homeowners insurance policies in Florida and California due to the hurricanes and wildfires that are taking place in both of those states. Imagine this, homeowners. Your house is just out here unsecured, literally because of your geographic location and because of the things that happen in the environment. I'm like, so y'all just gonna start pulling homeowners insurance in Oklahoma where they have tornadoes? Farmers Insurance got some explaining to do. It's really unfortunate for those homeowners. They literally cannot help that they have property that happens to be in areas that have hurricanes and wildfires. The same way that we can't control the fact that we're in the Chicagoland area and we experience flash flooding from time to time. I know so many people right now that they are dealing with the flooding of their basements and all of these different things. Shame on you all, Farmers Insurance. One thing that it was never that serious. To pull those people's policies, imagine as a homeowner like that's the letter that you get. That's the notification that you get that they are going to completely pull that. Now, imagine you had them for a long time and it's probably going to be more difficult to go with other insurance carriers because they're hiking those premiums up. Why? Because of where you live at. Now, I know, you know, there's areas around me where we pay a little bit extra too because of the zones that we're in. If you're in a flood zone, you're going to pay a little bit more just because of where your house is situated. But for Farmers Insurance to just pull the homeowners insurance completely and leave those people ass out, shame. Moving along. Speaking of some other little dirty ones. Bank of America, they have been ordered to pay $250 million for double dipping and illegally making fake accounts without their consumers' consent. Did you hear me? Now, y'all know how I feel about Bank of America. And baby, I don't work for them no more. So I can go ahead. I can speak on it. And there's no NDAs as far as I'm concerned. Trash. Okay. They did something even to me recently. You know, like I was looking at this. So it's no secret that I just shared with you all the stuff as far as with the Rico case with Shein, but I've ordered from them, of course, a lot. But I recognized back in April, around the time that I was, I had taken a break from the show. I was going through my surgery and all that recovery stuff. And I noticed that there were 2 charges that were on there that were not my charges. I'm like, I'm looking, I'm like, I didn't make anything for that. Well, I ended up finding out that my debit card was compromised. And during that time, these people wanted to run up over $230 something with Shein, which I'm just like this. Oh, y'all did a haul on my black ass. Like, y'all did a Shein haul for me. Whatever. So of course I reported it. I ended up getting it credited back. Fine. I'm thinking, I'm just like, whatever, I'm like, I got another debit card, whatever. Well, July 1st, I go back and I look at my account. I'm like, what is it's giving a dip? Y'all, they took it back and said that they presented strong evidence and said that I had like an account with them and they were able to give my address. And I'm like, well, yes, I do. I'm like, I let you all know all of the other charges that I did, but I didn't do those. So I'm currently going through an appeals process because this is the thing. I could just be like, oh, it's only $200 something, that's fine or whatever. But that's my $200 something that I would likely go and spend so that I can get myself a haul from the same supplier. But I'm like, I did not make those purchases. They are dirty. Even from when I was working with them, the way that they did things, the way that they were more severe as far as like, disciplining their Black and Hispanic associates versus everything. Like, baby, we could go on the whole thing. Check out Corporate Chronicles if you want to know the real deal, okay? But they're trash and they owe those people, give them their money back. I'm trying to see if I need to sign up for something because I'm just like, I know y'all done double dipped up in my account. I know y'all have because they gave me another credit and I had to call them and tell them, you all credited this to me, take it back. I've already received the credit. They went back in and took it back out. Okay. Bank of America owes every dollar. Moving along. Did y'all see the footage that was released from when Jocelyn Hernandez got arrested? Y'all, somebody called her Cocaine Bear and I was screaming. I literally screamed. And I'm like, y'all got to stop saying that people was doing drugs and stuff out here. Y'all don't know what people was going on. But she certainly looked like that she was upset and had been a little possessed at that particular point. She was going all the way in. But the video was a lot, y'all. It took about 3 or 4 people to get her sustained at that point. So I don't know. I'm still gonna watch the cabaret though. Now, did you all hear about, okay, I know you all remember the doctor, okay, Larry Nassar, okay, with the Olympics. He did all that stuff to the young ladies that were on the Olympics team. So y'all, he was stabbed multiple times and he suffered a collapsed lung after an inmate attacked him in a Florida prison, okay, on Sunday. They attacked him, y'all. And guess what? You know why they attacked him? They were watching some type of sporting event and he was making inappropriate comments about the girls. Now, you all know why he's locked up in the first place, okay? Everyone knows. It's not a secret. And the things that he did that were proven in court to the young ladies that were on his team. I'm going to go ahead and call it justice. I don't know about you all. We won't stay on that too long. Now, this story, y'all, let me give y'all the other one. Shout out to the Brad and Big Booty GB, okay? They welcomed their baby. They welcomed their baby boy, okay? So shout out to them. I want to give you all that bit of news because y'all know we've been watching the Brad and her full glow, her pregnancy. Like I literally saw a snippet for the show and my husband was sitting there and he was like, it's so wild to see, the Brat like really with child. I'm like, I know, right? Like, how awesome is that? So shout out to them. But this last story for tonight's What's Happening, What's Up? Listen to this, okay? New Mexico's Department of Health is urging former VIP beauty salon and spa clients to go for testing after vampire facial procedures have been linked to HIV infections. I know you all are like, what is a vampire facial? Vampire facials are popular cosmetic medical procedures in which a person's own blood is spun in a centrifuge to separate proteins and platelets, and those are re-injected into the face via microneedles or microabrasions. So they take your own blood and cycle it through, clean it up, do all of that other stuff. Well, New Mexico's Department of Health is saying that if you have gone to this particular spa, you need to go and get tested for HIV because they done cycled in some blood that has HIV. Celebrities like Kim Kardashian and other people in her field made these type of facials popular. Okay, this is something that's been going on and going around for a while. What? Y'all, now they got to go and get tested for HIV. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? A vampire facial, I wouldn't even want it. I would not want a vampire facial. No. And for those that, because I see y'all coming in on the side, no, we're not talking about nothing nasty. The vampire facials is when they take your own blood and cycle it back through and put it in your face. So I guess you could be more flushed and blushed and ew. And then going down, y'all gonna get enough of going to these other places and getting these procedures done. Y'all keep going to these places that's not certified, child. They're not certified. It's too much. Anyway, that's tonight's What's Happening, What's Up, okay? That's tonight What's Happening, What's Up. So when I come back, we're going to have tonight's topic, and we're talking about mean girls and boys as adults, okay? We're talking about the ones that was mean girls and mean boys, and they grew up and they still mean, okay? That's what we're going to get into. But for now, let's go ahead and take a quick break. And when I come back, we're going to jump right in. See y'all in a minute.
I'm 54, so basically, it's too late to start saving for retirement, right?
Not right. Starting to save, even in your 50s, can really make a difference.
Well, right now, saving seems hard to wrap my head around. Plus, with the way this year's been going...
Hey, listen, it's okay. You still got this. Just go to aceyourretirement.org. It's an online tool from AARP that can help you get your retirement savings on track no matter your age. It's free and only takes about 3 minutes.
I like 3 minutes.
Yeah, at aceyourretirement.org, you'll chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer a few questions and you'll get a personalized plan and tips to help boost your retirement savings. Tips that are easy to understand and tailored to your lifestyle.
I like that too.
Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back. Just head to aceyourretirement.org and make your plan to start saving for retirement.
Thanks.
That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
And now, introducing one of the newest BossFluent creations, Lady. Lady is a women's fragrance that will leave men mesmerized and have you feeling beyond amazing. Its sweet and soft aroma will bring out your inner divine feminine and keep him wanting more, over and over again. Lady, a BossFluent product coming soon. Make sure you check out our fragrances and much more online at www.bossfluentent.com. Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Let's go ahead and get into tonight's topic. Okay, we are talking about men and women that were mean girls and mean boys back in the day, and they still carry that spirit with them today. As adults, grab your drinks. Let's get into it. So this has been an interesting concept of a conversation that I've been having, and I've was able to, I talked to a couple of my friends, because you all know before I bring a topic to the table, I'm like, we gotta talk about it. We gotta have some insight. And this is something that is a common theme. And it's like, I've seen it, I've experienced it. Like, have you ever met ladies because we can't talk about the men, because I don't know too many mean boys, but I know a lot of mean girls that still carry that spirit with them as grown women. I will never ever understand it. And like I said, I've definitely been at the ends of it, and I've been on the outside and looked like, whoa, you're doing the most, not the lesser. What's going on here? So I want to break it down. Why do people carry those spirits with them into being adults? Me personally, I think it's deeply rooted. I think it's deeply rooted. It's like there's something that's missing. It's something that hasn't been addressed. And I just want to know, have you all experienced it or have you done it? And for me, I did have that happen to me recently where it was just like, I've had it happen on a few different occasions. I've been in some environments where like I might have been like the newbie on the block. This has happened at work. This has happened within social circles where it's like, okay, we're going to ice her out because we don't know her. She's new, Whereas like for me, I'm always, if I'm meeting new people, I'm like, how can we make you feel welcome? How can we make you feel kind of enveloped into whatever we've got going on? Even if you're the newbie on the block, or this is your first time around, and it's always so unfortunate being kind of like on the ends of that when you can see somebody purposely going out their way just to be kind of a butthole to you. It used to get on my nerves and kind of get under my skin back in the day. But I think that at my big old grown age, child, I just be looking at people now like, who raised you? Were you raised by wolves? When it happened to me most recently, you could just kind of like, you could feel the shade. You could feel like the, whatever. And it just gave me real high school. And I'm like, I don't operate in that frequency. It's very low. It's very low. She said no sound. Hold on. Can you all hear me? What's going on? Girl, hold on. I got it. Hold on. Can you hear it now? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Is it still no sound, girl? I don't know. Auntie Tanya said, when childhood trauma is not healed, people drag it right into adulthood. Sounds cliche, but hurt people hurt people. Yeah. I completely agree. And it's just like you can tell when Auntie Tracy, girl, you better turn your volume up, ma'am, because everybody else can hear. I do believe that the childhood trauma has a lot to do with it too. Like there was some girls that I used to run with, and you all have been tuning in on the show. Y'all know some of the chronicles of that, but they definitely had like kind of like that mean girl stuff. And back when we were younger, it was like they kind of used to get a little bit bullied and talked about and stuff like that. And I believe that those things, they carried that with them. So when they got to some place of superiority, or, just like they progressed in a certain type of way, they wanted to make someone else feel little like how they did. Right. So I truly do believe that it is, that it's a cycle. Hey, cuz, what's going on? I got my cousin. What's up, Lynn? What's up? She said, I hear now. Bye, Auntie Tracy. You acting up tonight. But yeah, I want to go back to Auntie Tanya's comment, because trauma, even if it's not childhood trauma, you can carry that with you. So like, but then you can carry it with you in a negative way, but also in a positive way. Like for me, I was, I did experience bullying and different things like that back in the day. I did, like it happened. For me, I was always like the tallest girl, the biggest girl, like I've always been a little bit larger than life. Okay. So this is nothing new. And I did have to deal with a lot of stuff as far as that's concerned. And I could have taken that and got older and been like, and treat people bad. But I took that and I'm like, okay, because I can identify and I know if someone feels left out, or if they feel like that they are being shaded or whatever it may be, I'm always like, no, like, let's bring them along, or no, like, hey, no, come with us. Like, you're good. I do that even with strangers. Okay. If we roll up on you and somebody making you feel uncomfortable or whatever the case is, we're going to step in and do what we need to do. So It just is what it is. So you can take those things, but for me, I hate to see a grown man or woman just being nasty to somebody else, or not, just purposely trying to make them uncomfortable or trying to alienate them. It is literally probably one of the most disgusting things. It really is. Now she said I was a firecracker now. I might have to agree. I'm not, and Tracy, honestly, when going back to Auntie Tanya's comment about the childhood trauma, yeah, I might be seen as more of a firecracker now. I can totally agree with that, and only because I just feel like I spent so much time not being silenced, but just not feeling heard. Right. So now I'm just like this. You gonna hear me, and I have something valuable to say. So yeah, I am a little bit of a firecracker. But with this situation, I wanted to really talk about some of the ways that you can kind of combat that, because this is the thing. You can experience it in the workplace. You can experience it, uh, your friend group. You can be at the hands of this at any time. And it happens to women that are my age, women that are older than me, women that are younger than me. It's something that's missing for them. Okay. Let's go into Lynn's comment. She said, I went to elementary school with a mean girl, and I was watching one of these shows with incarcerated women, and there she was. And they call her Mama W. So I bet she is bullying in jail. No. See, it's too much. I feel like that they just continue to bully and do those things because it's like that's all that they know. That's how they're wired and programmed. Okay. Let me get into David's comment. He said, to me, it's sometimes hard to find new friends, but I keep pushing so I find that one or a few and see what you're actually coming from. Most I talk to see that I'm being determined and consistent, and that they never see my give up attitude. From the moment I start doing something good that interests them, now I got their attention. Okay. So, it may just be, people are actually trying to really, like, they want to really get to know you for sure, and you can feel like when it's real or not, and not just people trying to get close to you because they are mean girls or mean boys. I understand that. Yeah. And Lynn, the fact that you saw her and she was on the show and she was already incarcerated, it says a lot. Like, I can remember, so when I was in elementary school, that was probably where the bulk of the bullying and everything went in. I did not start feeling like I belonged, or that I was not at a place, I guess, to be like bullied like that until my freshman year of high school. Because when I got there, it was so crazy. All of the things that I got that people made fun of me about when I was in elementary school, when I got to high school, I looked like I was a lot older. So they, like my looks, it was my appearance. I was, like I said, I was the tallest girl. Baby, I always been voluptuous. Even then, okay, even when we didn't even know what voluptuous was, as my mother would say, I always been what was her word? Juicy. Yes, it was. She's always been juicy, but those are the things that, like, they made fun of me when I was in elementary school, and just, oh my gosh, like, if I told y'all some of the things, y'all would be like, damn, girl, damn. But when I got to high school, they thought that I was older. So I was just like immediately like, I'm like making friends with girls, and they like, what, girl, you a freshman? But they had already, they was already rocking with me at that point. So they like, okay, little sis, come on. I started to feel more like I belonged, but it's just like, people carry those traits of what happened to them with them, and everybody can't just drop it off. Like, for me, I'm like, I'm not about to bully nobody. Oh, you a freshman? Okay, if you need to go over to the classes this way, and okay, you might want to have some cash for this. Like, be the girlies and be the guys that's putting people on and bettering them and uplifting them. We're not being bitter adults. There's a certain level of bitterness that goes along with being a mean girl at this grown age that we are. If you're old enough to buy alcohol, you shouldn't have no reason why you out here being a mean girl or a mean boy as an adult. You're old enough to buy alcohol. You're old enough to drink coffee. and have ice cream for lunch if that's what you wanted to do. What do you have to be upset about? David said, like just now, I'm glad I kept my word with you, Mechi. Yes, to give you those links to those places in Houston. That was the first steps of friendship. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm finna check those places out and drop them in the group chat. Okay. Know that I'm going to do that, friend. Like, you know, but we won't harp too long on this particular topic, but I just had to talk about it because if you experienced it, if you are tuning into my show and you are a mean girl or a mean boy, do better. Step one, recognize that you have a problem. Get it together. Lynn, what is she saying? She said she was tall and heavy set, so she intimidated many students from taking food in lunchroom to having people do her homework. So much to say, cousin, so much to say, but I won't say it. It's very unfortunate when people do that. And it's like, you know, you often have to wonder, like, do you have any happiness or joy inside of you if that's how you choose to treat people? It's absolutely ridiculous. So mean girls, mean boys, let's grow up. Let's address some of those traumas and the things that are holding you back as an individual, because it's for sure holding you back. Okay. I'm going to take a quick break. You all leave me some comments. Let's, you know, key in. Let me know what you're thinking about tonight's topic. Okay. When I come back, we have the quote of the night to go ahead and close out. And I've got some exciting news for y'all because I'm not going to be on next week. Shh, don't tell nobody. I'll be right back.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy. Or you, your best man, your worst man. You, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm gonna take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop.
Introducing the Roach Motel Ashtray, the greatest ashtray in the world. It's the ashtray of every smoker's dream. And the reason why is because it has a storage compartment with a lid on it, so you can keep all of your stuff away from the ashes. It's luxurious. It'll change your life. That's right, the Roach Motel Ashtray. And you can get it at www.roachmotelstore.com. Log on now and get yours today.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. Let's go ahead and jump into tonight's quote of the night before we end. So in the spirit of speaking about mean girls and mean boys, okay, but this is specifically to the mean girls, okay, there is more to being classy than simply being stylish and confident. Being classy means always being kind, respectful, and polite, even to those who are unkind to you, okay? So if you have been at the hands of someone that is just acting like a pure, I'll let you fill in the blank, okay? Always keep it classy. My friends and family tell me, they like, you have a very diplomatic way of how you handle things. I don't operate on anyone else's frequency but my own, okay? That's step one. So I can't allow things to get me out of my body the same way I don't go and try to get anybody else out of their body. Okay. We remain classy at all times. Okay. That is definitely the word for tonight. Okay. I want to thank everyone from tuning in, all of my listeners that tuned in with me on Facebook, YouTube, okay, Fluent Radio, Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. Okay. Everyone from Chicago, Jersey, Philly, and Houston, my peoples. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Everyone that came in for the Sean Wyte interview, I hope that you all genuinely enjoyed your time. I want to put his information up before I do let you all go, just so that you all can go and stream the Kisses album. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. This is one of those albums that you could bump all the way through, and it is all good. Okay, so shout out to Sean Wyte and for all of his supporters that came and showed some love tonight on the Blueprint Live. I am out next week, because y'all know, look what I tell y'all. We outside this summer. Okay, we are outside. So next week I will be joining all of my good friends. Shout out to SIU in Carbondale. Okay, I will be going and participating in the Black Alumni festivities. You all know that is that's my college. That's my heart. That's my heart. So I'm going to be doing that. And I want to shout out to my Lynch family. I'm so sorry that I'm not going to be able to attend the family reunion, but all of my Lynch family, everybody on that side, my mother's side of the family, I love you all dearly. And just much success for a beautiful event of everyone getting together. I can't wait to see the pictures. I can't wait to just kind of delve in and look at the memories along with you all. Yeah, it's definitely, I know that they're going to have a blast. So if you haven't already, make sure that you are following the Blueprint Media Company and MzMetchi on all platforms. Literally just type it in and we pop right up. My cousin said it's gonna be 200. Yes, 200 of the Lynch family members. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That is so amazing. I'm so happy. That makes my heart smile. Sign up for updates, and you can advertise with me by visiting the bpmediacode.com. And then, of course, you can shop lavish looks at MzMetchi.com/shop. Special thanks to my amazing sponsors, Black Dollar Days, Fiya Infusions, and Paris Ice Bar. Okay. Remember, everything is going to be hyperlinked after tonight's show on Facebook and YouTube. So make sure that you go and follow and subscribe to all of our partners and affiliates. Okay. Because we got mad love for them. I will see you all in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I love you too, cuz. I love you too. I love you. And she said, me too, cuz you should go live and tag us so we can see. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Lynn, don't do that. If they ain't there, they not there. Okay. You got to get near. You got to get near. Well, until next time, y'all, have a beautiful next couple weeks. I'll see y'all.